Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are stepping right into the absolute peak of sports anticipation. We're talking about an electric, high-stakes atmosphere that was captured perfectly right there in the sports section of the Detroit Free Press. Because when a whole city rallies behind their team, the energy just becomes palpable. So today we're going to break down exactly how that incredible phenomenon unfolds.
Fans ignite. That is literally the exact phrase the press used to describe the raw energy on May 17, 2026. Think about that for a second. When a fan base doesn't just get excited, but they truly ignite? Yeah, you know for a fact you're witnessing something way beyond your standard regular season matchup. It's explosive, it's totally visceral, and, well, it's exactly what we're unpacking today.
Okay, let's dive into this. Pistons fans ignite for Game 7 against Cleveland. This right here isn't just your everyday sports news. No, it's a massive cultural moment captured in real time. Because really, everything we're talking about in this explainer today, the insane hype, the psychology behind it all stems directly from the story that this one single headline tells us.
Section 1. Detroit versus Cleveland. Let's break these two specific franchises down.
So we've got the Detroit Pistons facing off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is it, the ultimate head-to-head winner-takes-all scenario. We're looking at two absolute regional Midwestern powerhouses going toe-to-toe in a ridiculously intense geographic and athletic rivalry. This isn't just about playing a game of basketball anymore. This is literally about two huge cities colliding on the court. And all of this crazy anticipation hinges on one very specific anchor in time. May 17, 2026. Highlighting this exact date is absolutely crucial because it brings this real sense of immediacy to the showdown. The hype we're examining here isn't just some abstract idea. It's a real-time event with massive, real-world implications for everyone involved.
Section 2. The Game 7 stakes. Let's unpack the legendary gravity of this specific matchup.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is just how much weight a single digit can actually hold. 7. In the context of playoff sports, just hearing that number, it completely changes the atmosphere, the pressure, and the expectations in the building.
If you follow sports, you know exactly what this means. Game 7. There is no tomorrow. You win and you advance, you lose, and your entire season is instantly over. Done. That do-or-die dynamic is the exact reason the stakes are pushed to the absolute maximum. Surviving it requires a level of sports psychology and mental fortitude that honestly goes way, way beyond just raw athletic talent.
Section 3. Fans ignite. Now let's focus purely on the psychological and emotional side of things.
Jacked. I love this. It's such a raw, highly specific action word pulled straight from the Free Press, and it perfectly illustrates the absolute frenzy of this fan base. They aren't just casually showing up to watch a game. No, they are emotionally and physically charged up. It speaks to this totally communal, electric anticipation that just takes over an entire city hours before the tip-off even happens.
And this brilliantly illustrates the complete anatomy of all that hype. First, you have the crushing elimination reality of a Game 7. Then, you add in the intense, head-to-head regional matchup. And finally, top it off with the ultimate NBA playoff stakes. When you combine those three elements together, it's the exact formula that creates that explosive, ignited emotional reaction from the fans. It is literally the perfect storm of sports entertainment.
And we've got to remember exactly who is capturing this snapshot for us. The local sports media right there at the Detroit Free Press. They are the boots on the ground, completely hyper-focused on documenting the heartbeat of the city right as the tension peaks. They've provided us with this absolutely fascinating real-time case study in sports hype.
All of which leads us right to the final, totally unavoidable question on everyone's mind. Who survives Game 7? Look, when the hype hits an absolute fever pitch and the fans are officially ignited, will the reality on the hardwood actually match that incredible anticipation? Will Detroit defend their home court, or is Cleveland going to steal the glory? Well, that, my friends, is the pure magic of a Game 7. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.